So here's an update to the White Residence vertical platform lift enclosure. So I've reworked the pergola to have the columns not in front of that door, which is a good call. So they're kind of flanking each door opening. So it's not perfectly spaced across here, but we've got a bigger module, smaller than bigger. It's still kind of symmetrical with the, well, it's symmetrical in and of itself, I guess. And I also um, rotated the orientation of the members that are going across here. I think it's the correct orientation to have them sticking out. So, they shield that nice as you're kind of back here. And then with the operable shade device kind of sitting on top. I changed, so let me confirm first here. So this is the model that we're using. It's the 42 by 60 inch platform. And this is the cut sheet. And I think it's the VPL 135, I think, or that's the drawing number. And I don't know if you can see the title also is SLSSTR 42 by 60 pit. So we can kind of confirm that's the right one. So it's the bigger one. And yeah, we definitely can look at a smaller platform lift and reduce the size of this shaft if we want to. I do have this key plan up here now. We can kind of see where we're walking around. Okay, so just for now, I'm keeping this window down below as we look through the door. I feel like it's important. I mean, we can take it out, but I feel like it's important because as you come in, it gives you this open view instead of feeling like you just walked into a box. I think backing in a wheelchair, it's less of an issue, but like if you're walking in with a walker, I just feel like it's really nice to have a view in front of you and not have three walls. To me, it feels less claustrophobic and more open. One thing we will need to check, I think these windows, because it notes that the gate door needs to be flush with the shaft, all our windows may need to be flush with the shaft also. So that's something that we'll confirm and make sure we can do. And while we're on the windows and talking about them, they definitely, especially these east-facing ones, west-facing ones, I'm sorry, as we come around. So the west-facing windows over here, um, yeah, they're going to be very they're not tinted, but the windows that they require us to install now, they do have a bit of a tint on them, but they really don't let much heat gain. They don't allow much heat gain at all. So they're not going to heat this thing up very much at all. So I think the venting we're providing is going to be adequate. We're going to provide vents around the eaves at the top. And now I've got this vent modeled over here, so the air is going to kind of constantly flow, get sucked up through the stack effect, and then come out the top there. We've got this window modified, so it's got the round top and the molding goes round at the top. I like that a lot. It looks good. And then I also started to play with, okay, what happens over here? And I think we could look at kind of a metal with um, like a fabric shade or a vinyl shade for the stair. But this was just kind of a look at, okay, if this, can we create something that kind of ties together these two systems? So I just kind of took this, this one post, carried it all the way through and let it land here. You can also see in the last iteration, I had a post coming kind of mounted on the front of the elevator. I've kind of pulled it apart. I think we might need to do that structurally anyway, not have this structure tying together the two structures, if that makes sense. So I think the elevator structure up top may need to be independent of this like roof structure. So I was just looking at that. Oh, and then I also have a 42-inch door, so versus a 36-inch door in the last option. And the thought there was just that if we're doing a 42-inch platform across here, we probably want, and it's 42-inch clear inside, we might want to have a wider door so you get full use of that wider platform. If we go with a 36-inch wide platform inside, then I think it looks better having this a 36-inch wide door. And we should talk about that door width because 36-inch wide probably is adequate. It's like a typical front door, but so we could reduce this. I think it looks better 36 inches wide, so it's kind of a form and function question. But we need to look at, do we want a 36-inch wide door or a 42-inch wide door there? But anyway, that round top there I think looks really good. It's important. Again, this wall is just kind of going to die into the side of it. I'm going to do the view that we're never going to see it from, but just so you kind of get some context. Let's go ahead and look at it from the balcony over here though, because that's a view that we are going to see it from. So this was new, just kind of looking at, okay, if this starts to peek through, it probably needs some framing on top of it also. We'd need to play with the height a little bit because it does start to get, right into the bottom. That's why I didn't put the cross members across there. They'd actually conflict with that roof. So I could look at just lowering the whole thing a bit. I forget what it's at right now, but I think it's not that high. I think it's like at 7 feet. I'll double check that. I'm trying to put it in the email. Oh, and then of course we do have the recessed mailbox down here. That's easy to do, no problem. It's a great add there, and then the vent in the bottom. You can see that how that's working. It needs to come up a little higher, I think. I mean, I like this lower window too, just for the experience of this tower at the bottom here. It just gives a little bit more, gives some visual interest versus just having a blank wall here. So I really like that window. I think we should consider keeping it. I think it looks good, and I think when you walk in, you just really want a view to be able to look out somewhere. So it's not like you're walking into a enclosed shaft like it is. It makes it feel a little bit more open. Okay, I just wanted to give the video update before we chat more about it. Let me know what you think.